I think that's a good place to start this. How are you, my sexy G's? So I'm sorry that I've been gone. I understand that I'm a sack of shit, but I had so much stuff to deal with. And I know that I keep telling you this, but I got so tired of just putting it on video telling you guys, I'm sorry, I can't show you this. I'm gonna go do this. Rather than that, I just did everything that I had to do in order for us to release everything within the next coming months. So everything right now seems to be done. We're in expansion process. We released our crypto fantasy app, which is destroying. It got to a trending page on the finance apps for the App Store, and that was crazy. And obviously we had to deal with all of the traffic and all of that shit that happened, which we were not expecting anything compared to what happened. Thank you guys. We're working on it. Probably by the time you see this video, everything is solved already. Long story short, I'm gonna take this Revenue to service right now, and we'll go from there, because as you guys can tell, there's a little thing right here. The backlight on the right is not turning on. That's a very common thing that happens in older cars. You're just sitting there for a while and shit stops working. You just gotta use them. And also, there's Farsha just staring at me for some reason.
Can I come with you?
Yeah, of course.
I'm not giving up opportunity to potentially get into a fire.
Oh man, the car's still filthy. I forgot that the vlog that I made for the car when we picked it up was in Spanish, so no one knows. My friend that owns this car was in town, so I drove it over to the Bel Air Hotel, which is where he was staying, and the car sat underneath a tree, and it's disgusting. The good guys that come over and help me clean the cars and everything are not coming until tomorrow, so we missed it by a day, but we'll take care of it right now. Unless you want to clean it for
I do not want to.
No?
I can't afford.
Me either.
I couldn't even afford to wash the car.
Actually, let's lift it. Ooh.
This had lift technology back then.
And the Lamborghini lift technology was literally, they were the first ones to put it on the cars where I went, whoa, every single car needs that. Then Ferrari followed up. At least that's how it felt to me.
So you know what that is right there?
That's a Phantom, dude.
No,
it's a Phantom drop head. That's a Phantom drop head coupe.
Yeah, exactly. Very rare, right?
It is very rare, and it's really weird, because why would you buy the coupe when the appeal is that it was convertible back then, right?
Yeah, I think you buy that.
It looks the same.
I think you buy that car for one reason.
Yeah.
To flex on them, right?
To let people know, yeah, I bought this ridiculous thing,
Yeah.
and I love it. This is like the first Wraith, if you will, right?
Actually, yeah, you're right. Yep. This is a big boy Wraith. Ooh.
I always gotta make sure that this thing is not overheating just looking at it. Not because it does in traffic. And it doesn't do it all, like when you're rolling, it's perfectly fine. Like the Lamborghinis, all Lamborghinis used to catch on fire all the time. So I'm always thinking when I'm driving this one, is there any smoke coming out of the back? I don't know, because I feel like those could be prevented sometimes. You know, when they stop at the light and they rev and the car catches on fire and no one says anything? I'm always looking for fires. So this is Lamborghini of Beverly Hills, their service center at least. So we're gonna drop off the car. I don't wanna film the service people. They're normally uncomfortable about it. We'll get out and we have a surprise for you guys. So I'll see you in a minute. Over the weekend, you drove a Rapide and we didn't ask you how do you like it or anything.
I love it. I'll take a Rapide over a Panamera all day long. But you haven't even driven
This
a
is where
Panamera.
Farsha loses all of his credibility.
No, no.
What?
We've been in Amir's Panamera.
Yeah.
You didn't drive it.
I experienced it.
Well, at least he hasn't rubbed your dashboard to see how the fine leathers are. There you go.
Oh, dude.
There, I'm sorry. Sorry, Amir.
All right, do you mind me
Yeah, I can do that. Man. Go ahead.
This is really nice.
Oh, is that as far as it goes? You don't nick it or anything?
It was like a robot. It was like a robot driving
You're high from the experience.
I didn't know that this guy was a purist.
No, that's a purist. Where else are you gonna get a rear-wheel drive 4-seater V12?
Well,
Naturally
2.5 seater. 2.5 seater.
By the way, Nyla barely fit in the back. Like barely.
And she's 7.
Barely.
That's my point. They are gorgeous, though. They are the
They
prettiest
sound
car.
great.
Yeah.
It's not the fastest car in the world, but like
But
the
it doesn't
mechanical.
matter.
Like I cannot
Really?
Wait. I cannot
You know they're
wait.
cheap as shit right now.
I cannot wait till they're like 60 grand.
I think you're not that far.
No.
I got pulled over, homie.
So far, so good.
So far, hands on the wheel, windows down, everything said, whatever the officer needs. Always respect people.
Okay, sir, so you're gonna get a citation today, okay? It's 2 violations, tints in your front window. You can't have them. You gotta have your plates, alright? So they're fix the ticket, put your plates on, take your tints off, get the ticket signed off, pay the correction fee, okay?
Done.
Sign the red box. Question, sir?
Nope. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
So if I have tints, within 30 days, no one can give me another ticket.
That I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know the rules.
What just finished up there?
So he also grabbed me by the tints. I really feel like Sam. I had a call with Sam from See Through Glass right as the guy was giving me the ticket, and Sam was telling me how shitty his weekend was. I feel like Sam, you gave us a little bit of that, and that's fine. We'll take a little bit of that heat from you. Now,
Literally, when we disconnected, the foot hung up
instantly. So now we're here at Galpin because they have the new Vantage, and we want to check it out. So we're gonna go see it and show you guys it. Speaking of your car, that's the one you drove?
Yeah, hey, I must be doing things right for them to loan me a $230,000 car, right?
Touché.
But I had to get your permission first because at the end of the
That's
day,
not true. That's not true. That is the spy who shagged me. That means the spy who banged me, by the way. That's such a weird name for a movie. I think this is good news, everyone. So there are 3 of these cars right now for getting in the US. Only 3. They flew them in here so that people can do test drives. Customers can put deposits and all that good stuff. And also, they're taking some people to the track. No one at Aston, like at least the people here, have taken it to the track yet, which they're saying is gonna be epic. It has 4 inches more, so it's longer by 4 inches on the wheelbase than the previous generation.
Okay,
and the reason why they did that is because Aston's saying 50-50 weight distribution in cars is bullshit, because when you brake, everything like comes from forward. When you accelerate, everything goes back. When you take a turn, everything is going to that side. So now look at this. Think about it like this. This is what they say that they're trying to accomplish, because all of the car, the engine starts about here, and the gearbox, I'm sorry, for the car is right about here.
What, the gearbox, the engine's in the front and the gearbox in the back?
They have everything right here, right? So all of it is centered. They try to put all the mass, 75% of it, in the middle. And the reason why they did that is, think about it when you're doing, like, when you're pulling weights, right?
Yeah.
And you have the weights, 225 pounds on that side and 225. If you go and turn, it's gonna be hard to turn. But if you bring the weights in and you have them right here, you can just turn on your own. So it makes turning so much easier.
Got it.
Also, another thing that I think Farghini's gonna love, you know that this is an AMG engine, right?
Yes, that's right.
So this is an AMG engine by Aston Martin. And what does that mean? It's an AMG made engine, but all of the electronics, all how it works, the exhaust and everything else is made by Aston Martin, because they want to retain their Aston Martin.
Wait, so now you can get your AMG with a British accent, correct?
Oh, God. In a way, he's right, though.
Yeah, right.
In a way, he's right. I'm sorry, buddy. Let me do that for you first.
Wait, on a serious note, I actually was thinking about this. Does the AMG builder still sign?
Let's look at it right now. I'm trying to open it. Hang on. I forgot where the was. We had to call Ivan because we can't figure out how to open the trunk. I'm sorry. The hood opening system is on the passenger side.
Yeah, I'm over here looking around. You're like, oh, there's no way it's gonna be on that
I'm
side.
like, buddy, it's not gonna be on that side,
It totally
dumbass.
makes sense though now. Now it makes sense. It's British.
It's the opposite side. I think you can just pull up, no?
Oh, there's a switch somewhere.
Let me see.
And also, isn't that from there?
No, that's not it. There's a wire that you can pull, but I don't think the wire has anything to do with it. This is a really hard car to open.
this.
I need to watch Mr. JWW's video. There you go. Right here, and I'm gonna show you something that these guys don't want us to see, which I saw in a video. Hang on. Yeah, so that's the system. These are the wires. That's why I was saying that. So, are you guys ready for this? Why do you think those vents are right there and there's nothing covering these? Why is that design element there? Take a wild guess.
This is from
Take a
another
wild
car.
guess.
It's another car.
But why is that in here when it doesn't have any use or anything?
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. They pulled this from another car.
A DV11?
No, because they're saying, oh, we're just gonna come out with the V8. They're gonna put a fucking V12 in this. How much you wanna bet?
Absolutely.
AMR, now it's finally gonna do what they're supposed to do. AMR is the Aston Martin racing team.
Yeah.
And they're gonna put a fucking V12 in there. How much you wanna bet?
Just to be, it's the new twin turbo, like
The massive AMG, yeah.
And also, you got the room, right? You got the room.
This is why. So they push the engine all the way back. You see, this is where the axle goes. Right here, so everything is pushed back. So all of it, all of the 75% of that weight is gonna be in the middle.
See, no sign of AMG.
Oh, and also
No.
they didn't, the AMG guy didn't even get to sign it.
There's no sign of an AMG anywhere.
But an AMG guy made it.
No. They don't get the credit this time.
But final inspection by our boy Harrison Bluck.
Wait, he gets all the glory for just going.
He does.
Yeah, it's all good. By the way, I feel bad for one thing though. Anything goes wrong, first thing we're gonna call is Harrison Bluck.
That's right. That's right.
We're gonna get you, Harrison.
500 horsepower in this tiny little thing. All to the rear wheels. Let's do it some justice and let Buddy get to the epic shots with it. So first time looking at this beautiful interior. I know we looked at this car when there was the car show, right? Do you remember, Fergini?
Yeah.
Wow. Very Mercedes-like, huh?
I think this whole thing.
Right here, this is all Mercedes right here. That's what we
that.
talked about in your navigation screen. I love the Aston screens right
You see
here.
the doors open like an Aston? You see
Oh
that?
yeah, so they go up. Whenever you open an Aston door, his signature that instead of going flat, they go up whenever you open them.
To replicate
The wings, exactly. This should be a very bipolar car. I love the little button. See, this is what car making should be all about. You can buy a base like an AMG GTS, which mind you, it's not the same thing. It's not the same car. Aston had their own tune-up of the engine and all the stuff that they built alongside it. So this is all about placing premium materials everywhere. That's the name of the game right now.
Also, another thing, I think the difference between this and the GT is going to be that you get to make a bespoke car. You get to spec out.
Oh
There's
yeah, way
there's
more.
Speccability. Do you agree?
That's the thing that Mercedes doesn't do yet. They're just like, there's 5 options and 3 colors and fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at Buddy, he looks so confused. Now, paddle shifting, upshift,
Yep.
downshift, that's
Yep.
normal.
Yep.
Now, if you're going 80 miles an hour and you're doing it manually, right? You're driving
Yep.
manually, and you want to drop the gear so you can pass someone and
Yeah.
you don't know what gear you're in, you hold this until it goes rah, and gives you the right gear, and then you can let go of this and accelerate. So
Instead
it'll-
of going pop, pop,
Pa,
pop,
pa,
pop.
pa, it'll give you one. And then on top, if you press this one and keep it pulled, this one, what it does is it takes you into automatic.
Got it. So no more fiddling with shit here.
That's
you can
right.
do everything there.
Now, where are the driving modes? Actually, never mind. Sports right here. These are your driving modes right here. And this is for your suspension. I'm not gonna fuck with the suspension right now. I'm just gonna do the driving modes. So we're in Sport Plus. We're on track right now, and you can see them right there. This is stand like regular. Sport, Sport Plus, or track.
Track it is.
I think
just for a little bit.
Let's go. Can I tell you something? I know I'm gonna like this. It's very torquey on the low end. Do
Yeah.
you remember the Vanquish and the Vantage that they didn't push from the start?
Yeah.
I think this will. Yep. And it also makes that great noise that Aston
Oh, the camera's going. "Ah." Okay, just give me quick initial reactions to this based on your GTR.
The GTR is more aggressive on the push. This is more elegant. Ooh. It feels kind of like the AMG here because it has that feel of a longer nose and that you're sitting on the rear axle.
Yeah.
So it does feel very similar.
Wow, the car just lifted up and just went. Ooh.
It does so fucking much.
Oh.
Yeah, you feel that? Yeah. All of the other Astons feel a little loose, and we haven't even fucked with the suspension, which I'm gonna do right now.
Okay,
There you
what-
go.
what are you in now?
Now we're in Sport Plus mode, which I think will be best because these cars used to get a little clunky. Aston was never my favorite when it came to like, I want a sports car. This is the car I'm picking. And now I think they've gotten so good. Every car has gotten so good that they can be bipolar, and this can be that fucking epic. Look at these little details.
And when you say
Even the
bipolar,
lights.
you mean 1 minute it could be a gentleman's car, the other minute if you need to get on a track and take care of some business, you
It can
can.
absolutely do that. It just feels like the AMG right here.
Oh my god! Okay, so after like second gear, it's pulling. It feels it pulls harder.
Yeah, it keeps going. Oh,
And I think we gotta see like weight and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure that I don't know if this is gonna be lighter. It seems a little bit
you know
smaller.
what? I just love that it's not fucking clunky like all the older cars, like the bigger cars. This is like the first time, and I know I've driven the old Vantages and even the V12s. They're clunky. There's so much shit attached to them. You hear everything. This feels tight.
it's got a
Do you
shit together.
agree?
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
Oh, I am a big fan. Totally a different style from the AMG GTR. The AMG GTR is more on the aggressive side, but if you were buying an AMG GTS, if you were like between an AMG GTS and this, not because of the price, not because of anything other than they're both at the same level of aggressiveness, if you will, of driving, I take this over that.
Just
Hands down.
So
even at the price.
For me, just a pure fact, if I'm kind of within the range of that, I would take this all day because at the end of the day, don't forget it's an Aston Martin.
Yeah.
like it's an Aston Martin.
Imagine what the V12 of this is gonna be like. Keys are so important, and finally they got it right. Look at this. That looks elegant, feels heavy. The buttons are very clear. I know it's stupid shit, but I love when they even pay attention to the ultimate detail, which is the key. Buddy's gonna fucking freak out. He's gonna love this car. Another thing I gotta give him props for is how well designed everything is. Even though there's a lot of buttons here, and I'm gonna turn it around right now, it's not hard to figure out. Like nothing, none of this is hard to figure out. There's even a camera button. You can Instagram on the car.
Oh, that was quick.
Ah, Mr. White Gentleman.
Did he hate it that much?
You know what? I'm not gonna say anything. Are you ready?
Yeah, please. Please. I want to see what this thing feels like, because I really love this. Oh my God, I love this thing.
This is such a
Oh.
Hang on. Ready?
Dude. Oh my gosh.
And this is not hang on. It is a sports car, but it's not a sports car. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because it's very fine. If we just want to drive it like normal, you'd never know that
Dude,
this is a monster.
This is everything that I want.
Farshad's also obsessed with it.
This is everything that I want.
And I also called it.
And look,
I said on the video that you would love this fucking car.
Farshad has on a Blazer. He said he's turned into a Blazer guy. That doesn't make him an Aston Martin guy yet. Look,
You're such a dick, and you gotta tell him that.
I'm sorry.
All right, here we go.
Okay, please, and just get up on this trailer right here, and we'll just tow it back to my house.
You got it.
Hey, what's that?
That's for sale. By the way, that's for sale here at Galvin Premier. Thank you very much for bringing that up. If you guys want to take a look at the car, please make sure to hit up Ivan. Look at these. How weird and awesome is that? It makes noise, but you don't have to press hard. You just have to tap it. And look at the button. It's such a sweet start-stop engine. Oh, did you like it?
I didn't like that you stopped the engine, but look, even before we drove it, I've been trying to do the math and work everything out in my head.
Why? No.
I
I absolutely loved it. Not my car for right now because I got my AMG GTR and that's exactly what I want. But if I were in the market for something softer, if it was an AMG GTS, that all fucking day. And again, Aston Martin, you should cut me a check because I said so.